Alright, after game 3, I said the Knicks needed to share the rock responsibilities because their offense was getting too stagnant from it being exclusively in Brunson's hands, and just by doing that in this game, there was more of a rhythm, so those touches paid off. Mikal got to run more SNRs to exploit the Pacers' biggest drop, Anunoby got more pin downs to curl off, and the two finally got more post dumps to exploit their smaller matchups, so the both of them were able to look for theirs more instead of only helping Brunson look for his, or only playing spot up whenever Brunson looked for ones. But nothing changed for Karl, because he's still aggressive when he staggers his minutes with Brunson, so he continued to fry Turner whenever he was playing up top or in the post, and when the Pacers had to double 1 or 2 passes away, he was still making the right reads. They even started running inverteds for him in the second half, and the only issue I see is him not being as aggressive when he's on the court with Brunson, because in theory, that should be one of the most dangerous two-man games in the league, but it's not. Some of it could just stem from the matchups, because it's usually Siakam on Karl and Turner on Robinson, so Brunson is usually looking to exploit Turner's coverages, and that was really where he had the most success on the night. For some reason, the Pacers had Turner up then dropping instead of showing high, so that allowed Brunson to come off his screens clean for open looks from deep early, and I don't know if that was specifically a coverage they wanted from Turner or if it was just Turner messing up his levels, because that adjustment to show wasn't changed for Tony Bradley whenever he got burned. But between him, Mikal, Anunoby, Karl, and the whistles, the Knicks had enough offense to win because they were in the game for the majority of the night, so the loss really came down to the other end of the floor. They still haven't cleaned up any of their defensive issues because they're still messing up a lot of their coverages against all the Pacers screening actions, so I'm not sure if it's just them not knowing them, if it's just them messing up their reds, or if the constant screens are just causing too much confusion, and that's without even mentioning all the ball watching they do. Every time one of those issues led to a breakdown, the Pacers capitalized, and it's not just the details in those aspects, because it was even showing on the boards. There were a lot of instances where the Pacers would crash or slip inside for deep positioning, so they kept getting called for loose ball fouls, and even with all the whistles they were getting, they were giving up just as many to the Pacers, especially in the fourth. They had a sequence of 4 straight in about 10 seconds that basically put the Pacers in the bonus early, and a lot of these issues were just benefiting Mathurin, because he was always looking to attack as soon as he subbed in, so he exploited those throughout. But he wasn't the only beneficiary on the night, because Naismith, Siakam, and even Turner got the benefit off Tyrese handling the rock, and the way he controlled their offense from start to finish. He single-handedly set the tone in the first, because every time he secured a board or got the outlet, he was either pushing the rock or making a throw ahead, so it kept leading to a runout or a quick bucket, and that flow got him into a rhythm early. He even got to fry Robinson on a couple switches, because Tibbs was still trusting Robinson to red, and him exploiting that was probably the most crucial part of the night, because that forced Tibbs to have their big start dropping for the rest of it, so that just opened up the drop for him to start exploiting again. But it wasn't just in his two-man game with Turner, because he was running a lot of double drags with Naismith involved, so it kept bringing Brunson and Karl into the action, and no matter what coverage the two tried, he constantly made the right read damn near every time. Even if he didn't use the second screen, just having Turner up top removed Karl from the paint, so that just opened up lanes for him to get downhill, and he basically put on a masterclass on screen manipulation, because he got whatever he wanted. I've seen him do this for stretches or quarters, but I've never seen him do it for a full 48, and he did it without a single turnover, so this was by far one of his greatest performances to date. Just watch the tape.
Well, that was deep, but Brunson backed up.